You might not need certification for a specific hospital at this moment, but don't worry, it's coming. Hey, sterile processing professionals, Brandon the Sterile Guy here, and I am pretty excited for today's video. I really don't understand how I haven't done a video like this before, but I can't turn back time, so let's just move forward. In today's video, we're gonna cover applying for sterile processing certification. If you like the content I'm sharing on this channel, please like and subscribe, support the channel, notifies you when there's new information, and it keeps this channel going strong. Now, you might be asking the question, why should I get certified as a sterile processing technician? And this is a great question, especially when there's still hospitals out there that don't require it. The truth is, certification is becoming more and more a demand for sterile processing technicians through the different states and legislation and through different hospitals as they learn and grow and demand that techs know what they're doing, because Joint Commission is really coming in and hammering people that don't have good, solid education in place for their techs, nor have they validated that they have the right experience. You might not need certification for a specific hospital at this moment, but don't worry, it's coming. So the first answer is eventually you're gonna need it to not only work, but to possibly even keep your job. Now let's talk about the other reasons why you should get certified. It sets you apart. When it comes to being looked at for promotion for like Sterile Tech 2, Sterile Tech 3, if your facilities do that, supervisor, education position, having certification is imperative to set you apart from your competitors. Certification is earned. So when you have one, it shows that you put in the time and effort and you have the knowledge to pass such a stringent test. It also shows that you care about your profession and you have personal drive to be better, which goes a long way in an interview. Now, number two, if you want to become a travel sterile processing technician, it is practically required. The majority of travel agencies require you to have certification, and that's because most hospitals do. They can easily land contracts for certified techs, but for non-certified techs, it's much harder to find a placement. So you want to make more money and travel and see the world? Get certified. And lastly, it increases recognition, respect, and pay. This field has suffered far too long with people looking at sterile processing as an entry-level job anyone off the street can do. But that isn't true. To perform this job correctly and safely for patients, it takes a hell of a lot of knowledge, and it takes a hell of a lot of knowledge in a hell of a lot of areas, and a killer work ethic. Certification demands respect for this field and raises the pay as it constantly pushes hospital leadership to recognize the importance and the dedication of sterile processing to the overall mission, because surgery makes a lot of money for a hospital, but a surgery cannot run without sterile processing. This leads hospital leadership to invest more time and money into staffing and into updated equipment for sterile processing departments. Next question you might be asking, do I need formal training to get certified as a sterile processing technician? Not currently, but it is a very good idea, because the way the field is headed, over time, I do see that becoming a requirement. Just like surgical tech, just like x-ray tech, I see formal education becoming a requirement in the not so far future. Informal training can train you on every aspect of this job, training you on every detail of what you need to know and how to perform the job, and also definitely sets you up and helps you to pass the certification test. The more you know. And if you want a fast, self-paced, cheap way to get formal training, click the first link in the description for Preppy Sterile Processing online training, and that is through Auburn University. Okay, now you might be sold on the idea of getting certified in sterile processing. And your question now might be, what is the process to get certified in sterile processing? Great question, I'm glad you asked. The answer is, coming up right after you smash that like button. Okay, friends, we are going to start by visiting the HSPA website. And you can either Google this or you can type in myhspa.org. They have a very beautiful and well-organized website covering just about every question you could possibly have about certification. But today we are going to apply for certification. And it doesn't matter if you're going for CRCST, CIS, CHL, CER, go ahead and hit this button, Get Certified. Now we come to this page that gives us some initial information and the importance of certification. And you could hit that Apply Online button right there, but I want to show you this underneath first. This area breaks down the process into 3 easy steps. Step 1, select the certification you are applying for. Step 2 shares where to get all the information you might need to start prepping for taking the test, as well as answer any questions you might have prior to applying. And Step 3 is after you apply and pay, you will get the ability to schedule and take your exam. But today we are going to click on CRCST. And for those of you seeing this video on or after September 2024, I think this initial page you're going to see is going to look wildly different, but it should have the same information I'm going to show you as we scroll down. All this information at the top has to do with the pilot exam and how they changed the CRCST to update it. But as I scroll down, here's the initial eligibility requirements area. This helps you determine whether you are going to go for the full CRCST or the provisional. If you're not familiar with the provisional CRCST, go check out this video wherever it pops up to go find out all the information you need to know about the provisional certification. So now we are going to click Online Application. Now let the games begin. If you do not have an account with HSPA, simply click this tab called My Membership Home, and it will take you to this page where you can click Sign Up. Once you make your account, you might already be signed in, or it'll take you to this page where you can put in your new credentials to sign into your account. Once inside, you should be at this page, which lists all the certifications that you can apply for, which even includes the provisional CRCST. And that's why I was saying on the front page, you can just simply click that certification button at the top, no matter which one you're going for, because it's going to take you to this page that has all of them anyways. We are going to go ahead and apply for the full CRCST. This first page is instructions. It breaks down the whole process briefly, so you have a quick reference of eligibility to apply, the cost to apply, and the review process and signing up for your exam once you're approved. When you are satisfied with everything on this page, you can go ahead and click Save and Continue. And now we get to hands-on experience. You will need to enter all the info where you gained your 400 hours of hands-on experience, the supervisor or person who signed off on your training, and at the very bottom, you will upload the signed sheet here by choosing the file from your computer. And when you're ready, you can click Save and Continue. Now we come to the Statement of Understanding. Here you are attesting to several things. 1, that you're applying for the exam and that you are truly who you say you are, and that you are not falsifying any data. You also attest to the experience required. You're also agreeing that you understand the process for results of your exam pass or fail. You are informed of the confidentiality policy of your information and when that can be disclosed to accommodate you for something like special testing. And lastly, the non-disclosure agreement. And I'm going to jump out of the application for a second to cover this because this is a very important topic. The HSPA certifications are confidential and proprietary. This means you are not to share it and that you understand it is property of HSPA. You only have access temporarily to obtain certification. You cannot copy, record, reproduce, disclose, publish, or transmit anything about the certification exam. And this is verbal and written in any other way possible that you could transmit this information. If you break this agreement, it is extreme likelihood you will be permanently banned from certification from HSPA. And that will keep you from getting a job. And then you might have to go try to get a certification through CBSPD, but with their failure rates, I mean, good luck. This can also lead to HSPA shutting down the entire exam for everybody because now they have to modify and change the exam because you ruined it for everyone. Not to mention, they could probably sue you for loss of revenue for having to shut down the exam and losing all that money from techs who are trying to certify, as well as the cost of reproducing a new exam. This is super serious stuff. And for any of you who manage the Sterile Processing Facebook pages, you need to be keeping an eye on this to make sure people are not sharing information specifically about questions and answers that are on the test. And I'm talking the test you take in Prometrics to pass your certification. And if you do come across people who are sharing answers or things about the test, you should report those people immediately. This is not a game. Don't ruin certification for everyone else. Once you've taken your test, move on with your life. Okay, now that that's out of the way, if you agree to this agreement, you can click Save and Continue. If you select I do not agree, you will not be able to complete your application. Now here it covers releasing of information, which states they will only release your exam results to you. However, you do have the option to authorize them to release directly to your place of employment if you want that to happen. Completely optional. If you do, simply add the info. If not, leave it blank. And then you can click Save and Continue. And here's the last step for this application. Time to pay the piper. Time to face the music. Time to put your money where your mouth is. I think you get it. This is where you pay HSPA. They again cover the cost and the process that will follow after you pay one more time, just to clarify before you finish. If you're ready to move forward, select Process and Pay. If you've had an account with HSPA, your credit card info may already be in here. Otherwise, you can add a new one. If you somehow have a discount code, you can enter that. Once all that is entered and you're ready, you can hit Continue. Once you do that, your payment will be processed and you will come to a confirmation page, which will give you the details of the next step, give you some more information, and also walk you through again what the next process is as far as receiving that information and how you will apply to take your exam. The information you'll receive will have a unique code and the exact directions of how to go to actually sign up for a test through Prometrics, picking a specific date and time for your test. Once you submit your application and you are waiting for your approval, this is a great time to really get down and start studying. I highly recommend you purchase the 9th edition manual from HSPA because this is the core textbook you need to study for this exam. You can also check out my website, thesterileguy.com, to find products like flashcards and practice exams, which are really good to enhance your studying experience as well as test the knowledge that you're retaining. Doing all that will help you feel really confident as you walk into that exam. And that, my friends, is the whole process. I hope this helped you out to know how to apply for the sterile processing certification. Any topics or videos you want to see, please put those in the comments down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. I love you guys. Thanks for watching the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.